Hello everyone, it's Saturday, so that means we're streaming. I'm Money Black Mage, and we're continuing our adventure with Spiritfarer. And I do want to start off with an apology, because last session I had a sudden power surge, and all my power was lost for about a minute. It came back a minute afterwards. It wasn't like it was a total blackout, like during the famous Texas freeze a couple weeks ago. But it was definitely enough to knock out internet and everything, so since it was around the 3-hour mark anyway, I was like, well, it wasn't a fun way to end the stream, but it was a good time to end the stream all the same, so sorry for everyone that jumped on late. I don't even remember what I was talking about, because I remember I was saying something, and then I just got cut off. And, yeah. For that, we're going to start about 5 minutes early, so makes up for it, I hope. Hey, Griffin, how are you today? Hey, Jax. Good afternoon. So glad I could take time out of everyone's Saturday to join up. Hope everyone's enjoying what is it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier and or Zack Snyder's director's cut 4-hour take of Justice League, which I haven't seen either yet, so I look forward to it. We just finished at the Everdor. We're going to be saying goodbye to 2 people. I'm curious how the game's going to do this. If it's just going to do 1 at a time, probably. Or if it'll let me do 2 at a time. We'll see. I have spent this entire week just doing every possible... don't forget about the Spirit of the Lighthouse now that you have bounced. Thank you very much. That's what I appreciate about chat, is that I cover up when I do forget, because I did forget about that one. I've been spending almost as much time analyzing classes, testing combinations, seeing what works and doesn't work in Bravely Default 2, as I did actually playing the game. It's crazy. I think I've spent almost 40 hours now just doing different job combinations, testing them, seeing what's more effective, seeing what does work, seeing what does not work, and discovering some interesting things, and doing multiple trials so that way I can get consistent data, because no one online is really posting data on this stuff, so I'm having to do it all myself. I'm disappointed in all the data farmers for this game. This is exactly the point where we got our power cut off. Hey Amber, how's it going today? Oh, Noah can't say you're a fan of superhero movies in general. I understand that. Strictly games and anime. But what about anime movies and game-based movies? What about those? Alright, looks like Comrade Stanley is the first to leave. Oh look, everyone's coming up to say goodbye to him. I like his bird walk. I like the form of most birds in general. I always think they look very cool. I wonder if Astrid's going to see Giovanni off. Oh, that's right, she likes noodle soup. I forgot she likes noodle soup. Did we have noodle soup? I could have sworn we made noodle soup. We do have noodle soup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I almost forgot. Set a big surprise in room. Don't open until after 15 minutes, I'd say. Alright, have to go, bye. Comrade Stanley is a former eco-terrorist from Avalanche. mean? Yes, they can. Why do they have to be? They don't have to be. It's a choice. My mom is mean sometimes, just like your friends after my play. They weren't that mean. In fact, the two people that came said it was okay. Makes me sad when people are mean. I think you're also making this about you, just a little bit, because the play thing, the two people that showed up, Gustav and Matt, they were actually like, hey, it's actually okay. And he's like, how come they hated it? It's like, all right, kid. It's not always about you, and it's not that dramatic all the time. Makes me sad when people are mean, sure. Sometimes you cry when you're sad, also true. You remember what your dad used to say. Stanley, people are not really mean. After all, they can't be mean if they're already dead. Sometimes their intentions just take the wrong path, which is why we have to correct them. We're doing God's work by removing them from its green earth. I don't hate your friends. They're not bad people. Suddenly an explosion off screen and you see your boat sinking. He's like, see? I'm also a Spiritfarer. And then he becomes the final boss. People are more complex than just being good people or bad people. It's all about context. Yeah, they do some bad things sometimes, but nobody's ever truly... Like, anybody who writes off such morally gray, sort of myopic, bipolar definitions of people... It's like, you can only be good or bad. It's like, it's not a D&D alignment system. I don't want to do bad things, but sometimes I do. And I always regret it. I'm sure you feel bad for all those incidents that were beyond your control. I'm sure. It doesn't make me a bad person. No, it does make you a wanted person, though. And not wanted for the good reasons. Do you think your mom will be disappointed in you? Disappointed that you had to go? It is okay to lose sometimes. People need to put that. Jax, I'm ruining the moment. Oh, I know. I know everyone wants me to feel really bad for this little kid who I get this strong sneaking suspicion he killed himself during his life. Or at the very least he was a shut-in, which explains why he's a little fungus man. Because he likes to be alone and in the dark. I get the fact that he's a kid who didn't get to live a very long life, had a broken household, had parents that I don't think were probably separated, and didn't have very positive role models or encouraging people because he was left with a mom who perhaps he always wanted to please and just could never get that far. And sometimes, you do things that may seem bad just to get attention or to run away from your current circumstances, to feel something different than loneliness. Sometimes that's the rush people do when they do mean things or they say mean things, is they're doing it as escapism. They're doing it because if they can just feel something different from feeling bad about themselves, then that temporary reprieve is worth the effort and any regret you have afterwards. Well, if you have regret afterwards, then I think deep down that means you're still, that empathy means you're still human, shall we say. I think if you don't feel anything, that's where there's a problem. And Stanley's the type of person who, brought those same quirks here in the afterworld. Didn't really resolve them. Hard to say he even learned from them. He died of illness. There's an art book that goes more in depth about the human lives. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I like my headcanon more, though. You wouldn't really allude that. He doesn't really seem to be the type of person who have died of an illness. They don't really speak about that. But okay, if that's what the author decided, it's what the author decided. I wish I could be a superhero. And this is that escapism at work here. Wanting to wish that it's all just a bad dream that you could just drop and move away from. I'll still miss Comrade Stanley. A little bit. I won't miss him as much as Gwen. Or Alice. I like Alice the most. Anybody who's seen somebody grow old and die, Alice really hits hard. I guess you could say this part is kind of like if he was, you know, when you added that context there, Jackson, yeah. It's funny, I was saying, man, it would be interesting to see what it's like to have a kid on the boat, and now that we had one, I kind of don't necessarily want it. No offense to Stanley, but he wasn't exactly my most... I don't know, he didn't connect to me personally. I think if there were other people, though, who went through the same life issues, he probably hits different, but for me, that's... I'm very fortunate to say I don't have that same sort of, attitude about the world, so... I understand Stanley's perspective, but... personal story didn't really connect with me as much as others. Oh, we actually get one of these. Interesting that Stanley would get one. I wonder why we didn't get one for Summer or Alice. There's an owl again. Okay, I didn't know where that next one was. Ah, here we go. So I'm guessing his dad died in the hospital. Or actually, is this Stanley or is this you? Oops. Because then all of a sudden it's somebody hanging out with somebody else and they're taking pictures. So it's Alice personal. and you don't know if to get a PC or an Xbox One, definitely getting a PS4 though. Well, I can say this, if you're looking to build a PC, now is not a good time. If you're looking to buy a PC, now is also not a good time. You can get pretty much everything except for a decent GPU right now for a reasonable rate. Because GPUs, thanks to all the Bitcoin miners and all the bots to a lesser degree, they are in incredibly short supply. And whatever's out there is horribly overpriced and expensive. Same thing for pre-built PCs that do come with those better parts. They are horribly expensive, more than normal. So now is not a good time to get a good deal on a PC. It's actually better to get a console if you're looking to just play games on the cheap. Especially if you are looking for a PS4 or an Xbox One. I know they stopped productions of everything but the Slim PS4, which sucks because the Slim PS4 is the worst model. Because it's built more fragile and has more breaking parts than a regular PS4 or the PS4 Pro, but neither of those are in production anymore. But if you're gonna pick one, I definitely recommend getting the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X. Xbox One X, you can, you know, they're still making them. They still support the Xbox family of consoles, so if you just want to play those and enjoy the incredibly good value of Game Pass, I highly recommend that. But your call. Hopefully, later in the year, GPUs become a little bit more available, even though they may or may not be true. But at the very least, usually they go on sale towards that time of year. Actually, yeah, I'll start the event real fast. We haven't been getting enough of these. It's like you just have to kind of figure out where their jumping on and off points are going to be, and just kind of guesstimate from that. Oh, that's a rough minigame. Alright, Giovanni. Ready to have that last drink? Do we have to leave and then come back for Giovanni? We may have to. Oh, we already left. Okay, so we'll just go back. My throat's so dry right now. I hope it's not allergies. It always seems to be the case that whenever I'm getting ready to do voice recording, I always either get allergies or I get sick. Never fails. More than half of my recaps have been performed when I'm either sick or my throat is irritated. Especially the ones where I'm actually speaking at a very moderate pace. Not my normal speaking pace, but a very moderate pace. Because I'm doing my best to try to sound natural while also enunciating everything. And yeah, if you can, it's gonna be hard, but if you can, just wait for a sale on either Xbox or PlayStation. If you, probably around June, when E3 happens, then you'll probably see some good deals, because they like to throw a lot of console deals and game deals on around that time. Used to be in spring, PlayStation have their Days of Play sale, and so they would have like for a week their consoles. There would be a bundle available, and they would also have a bunch of stuff on sale for their biggest games. But that was during the PS4 era. I don't know what's going on now with the PS5 era, because who knows? That market is incredibly dried up. I do not recommend still at this time to get a PS5 because they still have not corrected a lot of the hardware problems, and they're still working on a lot of the software issues with the game or with the system. Man, I really need water. I'm getting hoarse. Ooh. Not to mention there's just such a drought of games. They do the usual when they promoted it, where they talk about games that are not going to release for another 2 or 3 years just to kind of hype you up. I keep telling people, it's like, guys, if you don't see a date, it means it's not ready for at least 2 years. But, you know, you can't curb some people's hype engine trains, you know how it goes sometimes. My usual rule of thumb, I'll pass it along because it's purely everybody has their own standards. But my rule of thumb for when I get a console is I usually wait until there's 5 exclusives on there that I can't get anywhere else before I'll get the console. At that point, I feel it's worth my price. And it can't just be, oh, well, here's 5 exclusives in general. It has to be 5 exclusives that I care about. Not glorified demos like Miles Morales and crap like that. That stuff doesn't cut it. Or like Astro's Playroom. Like, those are really good, I'm sure, but those are not, to me, worth dunking $500 for. Where's Giovanni? I hear something, is that him? What is that noise? Oh, it is. He is spazzing out. He is trying to both get on the sofa and also talk to me. Okay, so this is bug number 5. Sure. I'll give you that. I think it's a meal we have a lot of. Yeah, it is. Umbra. I say as you try getting one. Was it? See, I came to that conversation late. I saw that that Will picked one up from Walmart. It's like, I mean, good for you, but my stance still stays the same. Like, if you want to, it's your money, your time. You can do whatever you want. I just know that once you're done playing the 2 or 3 games that are better on that system, all you're gonna be doing is going back and playing older games with better hardware. And was it really worth a $500 upgrade? Incidentally, upgrading your console is significantly cheaper than upgrading your PC right now, because even if you want to get because I'm still running on like a 980, and you're like, a 980? I'm like, dude, let me tell you something, 980 is still chugging, still has life in it for the games I play today. However, I still want to upgrade. But even if I want to upgrade like one generation into like the 10 series, much less the 20 series or even the 30 series, 30 series is impossible to get because everybody, it's just a blood-infested chum in the water. You're not getting one. Readily, that is. Scalpers are everywhere. If you're waiting in line for ones for those tickets, scalpers are going up and down the line trying to scalp them off people, or pay them like, here's $500 or like $1,000 if you just sell me your card. Of course, the bit miners are crazy with that right now. But even like the 2000 or 10 or the 10 series, like even a 1660 or something like that, they are just horribly expensive. They're still like in the $1,000 to $2,000 range for cards. It is absurd because of the scarcity of all the GPUs. So upgrading your PC right now is horrible. PC gaming right now is taking a huge hit if you're trying to upgrade your PC right now. So if you're looking to just get like a last gen console like a PS4 or Xbox One, more power to you. That is the smartest move right now if you want to play games. Because at the very least for Xbox, they said for the next year or two, and it's funny, everyone poo-pooed on them, but you could almost say that was a smart call then. A year or two ago, they said, hey, the next year, the first year or two of Xbox Series, we're going to make all the games that are Xbox play on both this gen and last gen. I was like, why would you do that? Why don't you move just to the new gen? Well, look at the current situation now. If anything, it's perfect because now nobody's feeling excluded for playing games, whether it's on your PC, your Xbox One, or your Xbox Series. That is significantly more advantageous with a larger crowd to sell to than just making it exclusive to just your most recent hardware come hell or high water. This was man, we had this discussion during Evil Within 2 when I was playing that for Red Ocean versus Blue Ocean marketing strategy. PlayStation does get a really good sales hit and sales bump when their consoles actually do hit the market in the intended base, such as the recent influx in the UK. The UK got a really big resupply. Apparently the US did too a little bit, but some people like Will Umbra definitely got one, and we're tempted to get a second one. But I was late to that conversation, but I am also silently thinking, yeah, if you're scalping, I have a little less respect for you. I know times are tough, but come on, man. I know you got kids to feed, but come on, man. Don't stoop to that level. Is Astra not gonna say anything? Well, at least she came out. See, he does love Astra. The problem is he also loves many other women. Interesting. So here's where I thought the conversation was going to go. So Giovanni stresses a lot about, complimenting others, praising others, even if a lot of it sounds like fake or honeyed or facetious. It's hard to tell because some of it he is just, buttering you up, and the other part, mixed in there is some sincerity. But usually I find when people are constantly talking about others and holding others up or wanting to do what he's doing, which is praise them, support them, identify what's good in others, it's because they don't believe in themselves. He puts on a facade, perhaps, of being, a very confident person. He does have the confidence to openly and shamelessly cheat on people. But at the same time, perhaps that's also because of his insecurity of being attached to anybody, or perhaps the confidence in himself to support any one person for too long. There's a list of reasons why somebody could be looking away from themselves and wanting to look at others, because if they can at least believe in others, they can perhaps use that to believe in themselves a little bit. It's like if they can believe in others believing in them, it makes them feel better than them believing in themselves. It's a strange sort of security issue. I thought that's where the conversation's going to go. It may not. But Giovanni just strikes me. They're not intentionally... they really don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. Because, again, it's not coming from a... I mean, it is a selfish route, but it's not coming from the purpose of hurting others. It's coming because it's the best way they can cope with the way that they want to deal with themselves. And in a way, it's pretty rational, because if you can, like, you know, rising tide raises all ships. If you can just kind of elevate the mood in the room, help lift others and support others, then others will in turn support you, and perhaps that's the strength that you draw on because you just don't have the ability to draw on yourself. Either because you know you can't, or you know you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't help but suspect he's kind of like that. I also have no idea how he died. He doesn't talk about that at all. Astrid doesn't either. I really thought Astrid would have been there and they would have went together.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
It's weird that Stella ran up and hugged instead of him initiating the hug, but okay. He's a flawed man, but he recognizes his flaws. And if anything, he uses his flaws as a reason to help others. Which is kind of admirable in its own way. One thing I like about each of the characters so far in Spiritfarer is that each one of them is written so deeply. No, like, just like real people, nobody's exactly as they appear to be. When you start talking more about that, you start seeing more of their layers, and if you start looking past that, you start seeing where the layers really start to, that's a good looking constellation. Start exposing their real faces. Alright, well that's 2 passengers off. This is going to be on his couch, or is it going to be in the lounge? It's going to be on his couch, of course. Well, who's going to use this lounge, damn it? Hey, Alessandro, how's it going? Thanks for coming in on the stream, I appreciate it. Alright, well, with less mouths to feed, that makes it a little bit easy. This is a nice break, too, because I've been spending hours and hours looking at, hold on. Well, that is the most interesting thing that actually happened. So, not to expose anybody's personal life, but I just incidentally got a text from a friend that, that their dad just passed away this morning. So, moment of silence for that. Quick 1 minute silence. Because this is not even joking, I literally just got this text. Some of you may have heard the blip from the audio, but yeah, that was a friend who was just saying, hey, just letting you know that dad passed, so it's rough. Alright. Like Stella teaches us, passing away is just a journey. Press F to pay respects, but man, I really put it down on things. It's unfortunate, but that, like, you know, life comes at you fast sometimes. But the story of other people is always fascinating. I won't dwell too much about that because that's not really what you guys are here for. At the same time, I have to say that it just shows you that you really need to appreciate that nobody's guaranteed a tomorrow. And the people that are around you, good, bad, or indifferent, everybody's complex. Everybody has issues. Nobody's perfect. And like these people here, it's like, hey, sometimes just not being alone is the best thing you can do for someone. So think about that. I was almost gonna say too, hey, it's my mom's birthday, but you know, it just shows you, it's like with sometimes every passing there's a meeting. Every greeting is a parting. But yeah, Umbra, you're right. Losing a parent is rough. I think when my dad was burying his mother and I was at that funeral, I think it's the first time I ever saw my dad cry. Never saw him cry ever for anything, for anybody. You know, we've been at other funerals, but when his mom died, man, he was emotional. Anyway, moving on to more positive things. Cook a noodle soup for Astrid. I can do that. Yeah, my friend's just gonna have to take time because that's obviously a huge life shock as to, you know, to lose your dad. For me, I know I would be devastated. I would not. I would immediately stop everything and focus on getting past that. I know my best friend, it was rough when his mom died to cancer. He took it better than most people I know, but at the same time, it's rough when you see just a family just silently hurt from the loss of a loved one. And it's the natural passage of life. One of the things I always liked, though, is I was fortunate enough to be invited to their funeral. And even though I was just, you know, a family friend, and I could always say that his mom was always so nice. His mom always treated all the neighborhood kids like they were her own sons. She was so good. She was an excellent cook, too. I loved eating her snacks and her cakes. She actually was a professional baker. And so her cakes were delicious. Her cookies were fantastic. Her crumbles, her brownies, everything she baked was fantastic. Her kitchen was mastery. So I was always impressed by that. Especially since I also have not as big a passion as her, but definitely a passion for baking. And so it was nice to see a lot of people focus not just on the unfortunate event of cancer claiming her, but, and hey, friend, you know who I'm talking to if you're here or if you're watching Savad, you know, love and respect still out to you, even though it's been a few years. So I can definitely say that I was always impressed by how many people came to say such flattering, good memories about it. They didn't focus on the unfortunate end. They focused on the wonderful journey to that end, in which, how do you make noodle soup? You know, saying all the good things in life. I recently had an uncle pass, I think, a year and a half ago, and he was the cool uncle. And I don't want to talk about the way that he went out. It's not great. But I will say that even though he made some unfortunate choices in life, and even though he made some great choices in life, ironically he was also he was a professional chef. He actually used to cook for Universal Studios and Disneyland. If we visited the park, he would give us tons of free food. It was a nice perk. But it's one of those where, as growing up, he was the cool uncle, and every time he was in front of a kid or us, he loved entertaining others and being the life of the party or raising others. He reminded me a lot of Giovanni, except for the skirt chasing part. And I just said this at the funeral. Everyone had these big eulogies, but I was like, I don't have very much to say. A lot of people have more life experience than me, but all I can say is that growing up, he's one of the people that I can genuinely say I have nothing bad to say, because he never showed a bad face or anything less than a smile to any kid that was in the room. If there was a kid there, he made sure they were, entertained, that they were fed, that they were having a good time. He prioritized his family and friends the most when I was there, as a kid. He never yelled at me. Even when we hung at his house, he always made sure, oh, you want to play video games? Let's do that. Oh, you want to, have this really cool recipe? Cool, let's do that. Let's go eat some food. Let's go have this. Even when I was growing up, he's like, hey, let's share a drink. Things like that. He was always a buddy uncle. He was that guy. And yeah, to other people in his life, maybe he had flaws and incidents and, fights, rocky marriage, things like that. But to me, at least, I personally never had anything but a great experience with him. So, from my very limited experience, all I can say is very good things. So, I can hope that other people have had the same thing. I need to say something encouraging real fast. I'm mostly just passing on the same advice. This is going to be a hard time to get through, and you need to take your own time and find your own way through. But to me, the thing that's going to help is going to be reflecting on the good times. That will help. Anyway, how do I make noodle soup? Oh, actually, I have a recipe guide. What the heck am I talking about? Noodle soup. Oh, it's just rice flour? Oh, okay. Okay. Talk to someone at Bottom Line. Talk to somebody in Furugawa. Talk to someone in Hummingbird. Let's do some of these side quests, by the way. I know we can go to the lighthouse and pick up a new person, but I want to knock out some of these side quests first. Bottom Line, Furugawa, Hummingbird. Alright, that's Furugawa. Bottom Line's over here, I think, right? That's Bottom Line. And where's Hummingbird? I don't think we've been to Hummingbird. Oh, Nordsea Pier. Alright, let's go to Nordsea Pier. need another corn dog for... the horrors during the war? Whoa. I didn't realize she was a freedom fighter. Oof. And here's the seal. I'm having a great day. It's like, you know, sometimes we need people to just cheer us up. Some people don't like people being cheery when something upsetting happened, but you need to have a cheerful person like this seal to be like, look, times are tough, but that's when you have to smile the hardest. Hashtag Ace Attorney. Now it's nighttime. 3 eggs. Thank you. Alright, let's determine what we could build. I feel bad about upgrading people's houses after the fact, but, you know, whatevs. Okay, we didn't need anything there. We need a crystal glass sheet and a clear glass sheet. Crystal and clear, crystal and clear, crystal and clear. One of each. Nope, wrong one. All sounding the trill of the case is turning around. Oh, dude, when turnabouts happen and then music comes in, oh baby. Ace Attorney, every single one of their games has an Ace soundtrack, and I'm not even trying to make a pun there. It really is very good. Even like the spin-offs, like Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton. Just excellent soundtrack. Like the composers, I don't even know who they are, but man, just excellent. It's one of the reasons why I also love Ghost Trick's theme and why I use it in so many of my videos, like or this. You know, it's my middle music because I love that theme. It's so good. Didn't they get a TV over here? Yeah, they did. So that's Astrid's She's done. I got an achievement. Looks expensive for no reason. I like that. Alright, so we need a clear glass sheet. We actually need 3 clear glass sheets, 2 silver ingots, 12 silk fabrics. Wait, I don't think we have silk. Yeah, we don't have silk. How do you get silk? Alright, well, that's not gonna happen. We can at least get the silver ingots out of the way, though. And the 3 glass sheets. Good lord, silver is so finicky. I saw on my Twitter today that they announced more DLC for Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, and they also corrected the date, because I, like many people, thought it was coming out March 24th. I'm like, oh shit, it comes out in a week. But no, it's May 24th, so I actually have 2 more months to not put up a recap for that game, which actually is relieving to me. And also, I'm reconsidering, I kind of want to now do the new one, because apparently I thought there were only 2 versions of Nocturne, which was the regular version and the Maniacs version. Apparently there was a 3rd version that came out. And that is the version they are remastering. That's the one that has Raito instead of Dante. Even though Dante is going to be DLC. So I'm like, actually, I kind of like that more. First of all, because Raito is cool and it crosses over those 2 universes, which is nice. I love it whenever that happens. You have protagonist crossovers. I love that. And second, I will still show Dante being a cameo. Dante, by the way, from Devil May Cry series. Trademark. You know. And, you know, I kind of just want to do that one instead. Did I need crystal glass or clear glass? I think I need clear glass. Because for some odd reason, clear glass is a tongue twister to me. And Knuckles, exactly. George RB, do you know Sam & Max? Hey, George. Thanks for joining chat. Yeah, I haven't played a Sam & Max game in probably forever. I think I only played one a long time ago. But those were those, adventure-style games. Very popular for its time, I remember. We need the upgrade that gives us double. Because this thing's expensive. So, I think what I'll do is I'll just recap the Nocturne once it comes out. So, that's one less thing I can knock off my... Because, like I said, I first wanted to do the PS2 version to kind of show the OG one. But if the new one has all the content plus more, and you know, it is the nicest looking one, which isn't usually a factor, but it's a nice to have. If it's the most advanced version, then that might as well be the version that I do. Because more dungeons, more quests, and another character, yeah, that's worth it. Speaking of work, I am 3/4 the way through on doing all the jobs for the job guide. I have 6 more jobs to cover. And it takes a surprising amount of experimentation with each one to try to find what their focuses are, what it combos well with. And when I think of like what combos, it's like, oh, just throw Freelancer for a stat boost, or put Defont for Godspeed Strike. No, stuff that actually complements the focus of the class. Because you can combine anything with anything, sure. But we're talking about synergy here. What classes synergize with its main class? Alright, I think that's 3. Come back and upgrade at night. Let's go check out this pier. Ace Attorney is one of those that I do want to recap in the future. That was crazy. It's like, yeah, she should go on a honeymoon more often. It's her 3rd honeymoon in 6 years. Oof. What spirits are on the boat right now? Well, you have Astrid still, Atul, Gustav, and Bruce and Mackie. Or Bruce and Mac. Ooh, a cow stall upgrade. This was worth it. Actually, if the side quests are giving us upgrades, we definitely need to do these side quests. What the heck are we sleeping on? We still never figured out what these ceramic figures are for. They gotta be meaning something. Okay, so that worked. Let's explore around here since we have new abilities. This is not a zipline, is it? Wait, did we not ever come here? How did we miss that treasure chest? Oh, there's a zip line. We know what to do with that. Yeah, maybe because there was a zip line here, we didn't go here. Alright, first let's go over here and see what's up. Whoa. Alright. Lettuce. That's a thing. I wonder if we're gonna do something with that giant light bulb later. Aren't you supposed to give them to the museum? That might be the case. That makes sense. This belongs in a museum. Nice. I saw 2 items. What was the second item? We're probably gonna get a Dispel Darkness ability for sure. That's locked. Okay, well, I guess until we have Dispel Darkness, or the key over here, we're not going anywhere further. But hey, you know, we got an upgrade to the cow stall, which will be helpful, because more milk is awesome. Yeah, what's up, new stuff? And Mac. Alright, you're hungry, you just said that. You don't have to give me a story about it, alright. Oh, a lobster roll. Now that I can do. Is that his favorite food? Wait. It's fine dining, though. I mean, whatever, you asked for it. Here you go. You're the one who asked for that. There's this place over in Woodbridge. Haven't been there yet. They had this slogan. Don't remember what it is. Doesn't matter. They got fried chicken. Now that we also have. We definitely have fried chicken. I think we have fried chicken. At the very least, we can make fried chicken. We might have to make some fried chicken. I'll be right back. I think it was just chicken and fat, right? Sorsen, what time is it at your place where you're at? Currently for me, it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I just also realized that I put on the front page that I stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is not true. I stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, because I keep forgetting I'm not East Coast anymore. Oh, fried rice. Ooh, scrambled eggs and a latte. Wait, we didn't have a latte? Oh, that's right, we gave it to Giovanni. Worth 15,000 just for that? Dude, also, we have eggs. Let's make a scrambled eggs and a latte right now. This man wants breakfast. Oops, I took it out too early, I'm sorry. All over here. If anyone's playing Bravely Default 2, man, I am struggling to think of how to make the Swordmaster, like, good. Other than adding Freelancer or Beastmaster to improve its base stats. Because all their attacks aren't very good because they're all based on the base attack. And none of the stances or the flurries feed into each other. So, all you can do is pump base attack. It's a surprisingly simple, straightforward class that actually has more demerits than not. It's funny when people are like, oh, but 9-fold strike is so good, or like, whatever, 9 strike flurry. It doesn't matter. That thing is not that great. I think it only seems good to you because you don't have to put that much setup into a Swordmaster. You just kind of pump its attack and then you let it go. But, man, if you're into low-effort job creation, sure, Swordmaster is fine. If you want anything technical, that thing is surpassed by so many classes. Alessandro, you started reading the wiki on Spiritfarer, and it got you the feels? I believe it. Let's get some corn growing. Hey Sam, how's it going? But yeah, George, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but yes, I have heard of Sam and Max. Can't say I played too many of their games, but I definitely have heard of them, and I'm familiar with the genre. That's a lot of potatoes. We actually need... cabbage. We don't have any cabbages. Alright. Eggs. Man, these chickens are popping out eggs, I'm telling you. Alright. I think that should be scrambled eggs. No, it's just egg side up. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Scrambled eggs. Watch it be eggs and dairy. It is eggs and dairy. How did I know that? So, in case you're wondering why are scrambled eggs and dairy, if you add a little bit of milk or some sort of dairy like creamer into an egg, it makes it a lot fluffier. That's how you get fluffy eggs, is by adding a little bit of dairy. Pro tip. And also cooking it on a low temperature. You don't want to be roasting those eggs. Cook it on a very low temperature. In fact, the lower the better. Because the lower you cook your eggs at, the fluffier they're going to be. In case you ever struggle with making eggs. All these people ask, like, here's how to make the perfect scrambled eggs. It's just, they're just adding dairy. And they're cooking it at very low temperatures. Like, there's some people that will wax poetic about a scrambled egg that has a fair bit of milk to it and is cooked for like 20 minutes on ultra low heat. Basically, you heat up your pan and then throw your eggs in, and then the moment your eggs start to congeal, that's when you put it on minimum temperature. Alright, while we're here, let's upgrade the cow stall. Get us mo milk. We need an XP potion and silk? I don't have any of those things. Hot take, you don't like eggs? I'm a big fan of eggs. Most French cooking in general, because the French have tons of eggs in their culinary dishes. And I like a lot of French cooking. I think except for Gustav and Bruce, we have everybody's stuff upgraded. Because you need silk, which we don't have yet, but that's fine. And he doesn't have anything for his gallery just yet. So yeah, except for silk, we actually are on top of all the upgrades. I think the latte was just coffee and cream. Or coffee and dairy. Well, let's just double check. Coffee and dairy, yep. Ooh, we need coffee beans, of all things. You get my last cup of coffee. Alright, and before we forget, we don't want to piss off our Bruce and Mac. We definitely want to put them in their fried chicken. Alright. Give me my 15,000 glim. Use your breakfast. Oh, it's at the very top. Here it is. what a steal. Oh, tomatoes! Tomatoes! Garlic! Maple syrup. We don't have sockeye salmon, though. We can get honey. God, look at me being so excited for all these ingredients. Dude, we got new stuff. This is delicious. I have to see how many recipes demand honey. Honey is a free browser extension that you can download for free that will save you hundreds a year on all your online shopping. Use keyword blah 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 to install Honey today. Honey, please hire me as a sponsorship. Actually, no recipes require honey. Interesting. It must be a crafting thing then. Alright, let's check a look at, So, when you go to bottom line in Furugala, look at my sheep, I already have wool again. I'm just gonna let you guys chill out there, honestly. I should have been having this going. This windmill's so effing tedious. And we need more silica. We always need more silica. But yeah, like Swordmaster is low-key not a very good class. Because what it chooses to focus on is like the bottom tier of useful stuff in the game. It's good if you just want to, I don't want to be offensive, but say smooth braid the game and just rely on auto attack and Godspeed Strike. If you just want to do that, then sure, it's great. But if you actually want to just stop and think about the job system and its a little bit of complexity, you see it is far outclassed very quickly. But I suppose that's the nice part about Bravely Default and all of them, is that if you just want to, you know, turn your brain off and just breeze through it, you totally can. There's some easy little to no setup moves and classes that just are good enough to get through the entire game. But if you really want to just chew on this game and its class system, then it also affords that opportunity. And you find some surprising things. Do we need cheese? How much do we need cheese for? Actually, there is quite a few things that require cheese, so we probably should put some cheese in there. Alright, we have our... do that for some yogurt. And do we need sauerkraut for anything? You only need it for sauerkraut pork. Oh, okay. We really don't have to worry about it too often. Speaking of, we can make sauerkraut pork. Alright, let's go to Furugala. Oh hey, tomatoes and garlic are savory, so that means we can actually make that that final meal that Gustav wants for his banquet. we actually had it going. It's actually turning a fair bit. Let's get some rice flour going. Unexpected crafting night. Alright, sun's coming up now. Now we're good to go. We have a lot of money now. I think we can afford the next boat upgrade. In fact, oh, we totally can. We can totally buy the next one. Alright, so we need 6 crystal glass sheets. That'll be our next forging. And we need to keep an eye out for silk. It's funny though, when it comes to, if you just want to like no-brain the damage, then Hellblade with HP MP converter from Red Mage Legend and just using Ultimate Blade gets you 99,999 attack without even doing anything to everyone on the field. Like it's if you just want the ultimate no-brainer attack, that's what you do. It makes the game easy mode. There's literally no challenge, and nothing will survive 99,999 attacks. Because there's, well, actually a couple things as well. There are some bosses that have over 200,000 hit points, but not many. You're buying it? Nice. Honestly, yeah, if you're on the fence about getting this game, definitely get it. If you can buy it, support it. If there's ever a physical release of it, such as like the limited run games or something like that, I would totally buy a copy of this game to support it. I mean, I only tried it out because of Game Pass, because that's the whole point of Game Pass, but at the same time, man, this game is just proven it is so good. I understand why a couple of people put this on their best of 2020 game list. This game hits in so many different ways. And it punches above its weight class when it comes to character storytelling. Because it's amazing how the most interesting things in this game are the people that are not the main character. It's an interesting approach that you think sounds lame on paper, but it's actually really good. How's my cow doing? Oh, you're hungry, I'm sorry. We're already there. Alright, so we just need to talk to somebody in Furugawa. Hopefully we can find them. We never found that wood maker in the coffee shop. There just wasn't anybody there unless I'm missing someone. We never figured it out. Man, my Bravely Default job guide is looking to be like 40 minutes. It's... oof. Oh, here we go. Nice. Easy peasy. I like it when the first person on here is the person we can talk to. Actually, while we're here, we can always use some more oak. Pretty sure there's oak on this island. Sure. I also like how it's incorporating different cultures. Like the middle part of, you know, West Blue is very, you know, Asian and Japanese in culture, and then the north side is very much the North Blue of being sort of industrial or countryside sort of stuff. And then you have East Blue, which is urban and very Western. It makes me wonder what the South Blue is going to be. I don't even mind that all the NPCs look exactly alike. It kind of fits with the theme of this game. Oh jeez, that's terrible. Hey, at least we know they are raccoons. And not tanukis. From the ashes of the past Guardian Tower. I don't remember the past, but the important lesson to hear is always remember your heritage, even if you can't remember it. It's like when Zack was telling Cloud, "You will be my living legacy," and Cloud's like, "I'll never forget you." And then 5 minutes later, Cloud's like, "I don't know who Zack is." Yeah, here you go. It's worth 50 glimpse. It was educational. It's like a drawing. It's just like my Japanese animes. Oh, come on, you were right there. Ah. Oh, I can't get up here. Ah. I wonder if there's like a triple jump later. Okay, we did what we need here. Alright, let's go to bottom line. Actually, we have to do something with electricity because there's also that panel that has electricity to the door in bottom line. So there's got to be some way that we can somehow generate electricity. How would you feel about them making another Spiritfarer game? I mean, if they want to and they have something to say, sure, but if they don't, then there's no point. It's like any other game. Don't make it just to make a sequel. Make it to have purpose. Not everything that's good needs to have a sequel. Like when you add water to this, fire comes up. Like you can tell some games are just made soullessly, just to be a cash grab. Those empty feeling games never. Well, they don't always never. Sometimes a cash grab game can play fun. But man, there are times when that minimum value effort is just like you're going through the motions. It feels a lot better to play at least when that person or that developer put in the effort to not just make a game for the sake of making a game, but put in a game where it really feels like a genuine effort. I don't know who said it, but I like the sentiment of make every game like it's going to be your last game. Was this bottom line? Or was this bottom line? I think this was bottom line. It's fine, we'll go visit Albert anyway. We can buy ourselves a new ship. But then again, it is easier said than done. That is bottom line, cool. Alright, first we visit our good friend Olga. Put something in the oven. Let's see what we need on our recipe list, since we have eggs now. Alright, what is after calamari rings? Oh, that's right, there was a tuna tataki that we need to make with tuna savory veggie, so we can't do that. That's right, that's right. Alright, eggs sunny side up. Next we need maple salmon. We don't have maple syrup. I know we saw that, but we don't have the ability to get that just yet. Fish sticks. Don't have that. Vegetable stir fry. Fat in a veggie or mushroom. Okay. Oh wait, no, I did fat and potatoes. It's gonna be French fries. Whatever. Bruce will get. When was the last time you're like, oh no, French fries? I think this is such a handy and cool way of farming for materials, especially since it's so quick. I almost feel like for now, oak is the best thing to leave here because the only places with oak are those big islands you have to go all the way in. Ash is right there in those city parks. It's so easy to get ash. Or maybe I should just put one of each. That way it's a constant supply. Yeah, let's just do one of each. Yes, yes, you're hungry. Alright, get ourselves a ship. This should be French fries. Yep. My dad always used to say that you can judge the quality of a Chinese place for food by the quality of their fried rice. If they don't serve good fried rice, get out. For me, who I don't particularly favor fried rice, I always thought it was a bit harsh. But I understand. Alright, let's get some tomatoes going. I know we need fire glow seeds for an upgrade, so I'm just gonna keep planting more fire glow seeds. Whoa, mulberry seeds sell for 1,000? Oh wow. Wait, mulberry's how we get silk. Oh crap, really? Alright, so we need to plant another orchard is what we need to do. Oh boy. Cause yeah, we need to plant another orchard. Man, we were sitting on the solution this entire time. We could have had silk. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Now we know. Alright, after vegetable stir fry is green salad, which is a leaf veggie, in fact. Oh, we're actually almost out of lettuce there. Getting an orchard is priority number 1. Nice, got plenty. We're gonna have to move some stuff. Hold on. Almost a perfect fit. Again, 1 cell over. Actually, hold on. I can move these over just a little bit. I think off stream I'm going to reorganize all this mess. Because we have a lot of buildings. It looks terrible. Alright, green salad. Alice would have loved that. Fried rice. Rice and fat. Speaking of fried rice. We need more fat, by the way. Cattle isn't producing milk very fast though, even though it's fed. I wonder if the Song of Growing would help with the mulberry tree. I wonder if I should plant one or two. Well, we only have one, so. Okay. Yeah, let's try singing to it. Oops. Because I do think that when you sing to your plant early, it bears more fruit in the end. Because our cherry tree is substantially more bountiful than our other ones, and I think that's the one that Summer kept singing to. I'm almost positive. I'm not paying attention to this rhythm moving. If I can stop slurring my words, that would help too. I really do think it's allergies. Look at this. Look at this tree. Spiritfarer, master of the 4 elements. Look how big and bountiful it is, good lord. Why was I not singing to my trees before? Which is a weird statement out of context when you think about it. I don't know, don't they say that if you play music from plants they grow better? Sun's coming up. There we go. There you go. Take that, Viva Pinata. It's not a spoiler, but many of the characters here were inspired by real people who passed on and left an impression on one of the devs. I believe it. Like I said, there were so many times where it's like, these conversations don't feel engineered. They feel like they're actual conversations that occurred. Alright, latte. Egg salad. Egg and a veggie. Remember the old egg meme? Does anybody else remember that? It's an old meme, but I like to think it still checks out. Alright, let's get ourselves a boat. Well, a bigger boat. Squeaky chair. What's up? What new joke do you have for me? There's a mirror in that cellar of yours, because it's looking good. That was okay. Bam! Now it's going to take so long to run from back and forth on this thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the windmill on the bottom floor. I'm tired of jumping up to get to that freaking windmill. Oh, as soon as we get silk, and yeah, we need 6 more crystal glass sheets, we can get that going. I have all of the upgrades, that's good. Thanks. See ya. Alright, now let's go to bottom dollar, or bottom line. Same difference. We could buy some more coffee beans too, because we are out of coffee. Coffee. A little less inconvenient. You can install a zipline? I mean, I could. I might just build one just for the heck of it, just to say we built it. Alright, after wonton soup is... rice, flour, and meat. I prefer chicken for wontons personally. All this rain will help with my crops for sure. Hopefully the bottom line person is right there. Okay. Or maybe the game's just programmed to be the first person you talk to just furthers the quest. If that's the case, I'm okay with that. And we haven't been to Hummingberg, I think. That sounds like it'd be somewhere here, though. We may have to explore a little bit out here. Also, what's with this giant area? We need to explore in here. What is this? There's clearly something here. Wait, that wasn't it? Maybe I should do a different meat then, I guess. Oh no, I was looking for the recipe of wonton. I already did wonton. I'm done. Alright, sweet yogurt. It's gonna be yogurt and sugar. Okay. cheese and egg. I don't think cheese is standard in omelet. Like that's why they call it a cheese omelet. The standard omelet, I don't think it comes with cheese, but I could be wrong. According to Spiritfarer World Rules, that it is. Oh, it sounds you're still waiting for the Persona 5 PC. I don't want to feel tempted to go through Persona 5 again, because we just did it for Royal. Like I've done everything in that game. I really don't need to do more. No, wait, hold on. We need to be moving. This is what we need to be. Alright, let's just go exploring. Head out to the frontier. Haven't done that in a while. That was a thunderstorm. I don't think we need lightning in a bottle for anything. Yeah, we have plenty.
Oh.
Alright, what was it? How you doing here, Silk Tree? I need you to grow big and strong. What did we hit? Oh, we in front of darkness? No, it's just a rock barrier. Okay. How are we doing on our map? Wait, that looks like an island. Or at least it looks like a something. Fromage. We almost have all the recipes. Alright. Let's see, we're doing candy. Oh, salvage, salvage, salvage. Get out of here, cat. Let's see what goodies we have here. Ooh, olives! Okay, that was something good. Wait, was there still something else to get? Why are we still stopped? Oh, because this is it. This was the place I wanted to go to. Well, that was worth it. Alright, let's go here. Fog will warm me, I'm telling you. Alright, so we have scrambled eggs. Creme brulee. Egg and sweetener. Okay. I know we also need some sheets. What do we need? We need 6 crystal glass sheets. Oh, hello. We're at a new place. This is a new island. Sandwich Walk. Interesting. Well. Stop. I want to stop here. And there's a fire glow thing right there, which is cool. We can hit that up because we're running on the seeds. I feel like I should help this garlic. Wow, red seed. Let's go to Sandwich Walk. That's a cool name, though. I like that name. This place used to be cool. It was buzzing and off the walls. I remember a party that was... Wait, do I remember a party? Was it just me? I remember people. Were there even people? I'm so lost. Oh, we have a sheep. Well, we can always come back for that sheep, but I feel like having 5 sheep is enough. But it would be a shame to strand it here. Garlic bread. Which we would have made anyway. Hey, we got some more garlic seed. I'm a big fan of ads. They tell me what to think. It's not science. It's a way of life. You are speaking what some people don't want to admit. Alright, so we know we have to... There's definitely going to be a light ability. For sure. So that's the second place we've seen that needs to do light. More olives. Delicious. Those are not platforms. I should have kept going. We have fruits. You can have cherries and bananas, or maybe bananas and cherries, whatever your style is. I don't care. Just buy something. And another mulberry seed. We might want to actually plant 2 of them. Because silk is going to be something we need a bunch of. Okay, so that was a nice distraction. we've made garlic bread though. Alright, let's see. Creme brulee. A frittata. Man, I haven't had a frittata in a while. That is egg and fat. This is making me hungry and I just ate lunch. Shrek, how's it going? Thanks for jumping into chat. I hope you're having a nice day. And yeah, Alessandro, Dexter's Lab reference. I'm glad to see that the old school Dexter's Lab references are still being appreciated today. Old school Dexter's Lab, because I heard they made a second version of Dexter's Lab. I think we'll go ahead and rescue that sheep. So I guess we'll make another sheep corral. Don't really need it, but I feel it's giving it a home. Alright, so we need oak and we need copper. Shout out to Wooloo, by the way, one of the best designed Pokemons for Gen 8. I think it was a smart move to lead with showing off Wooloo, because that thing is just, first of all, great name, great design, and very marketable. They are smart when they showed off Wooloo. Where the heck did I place my sawmill? Here we go. This is why I need to organize all this stuff. I said I needed oak, right? That was terrible. Botch. Ooh, look how much. Even for our messes, we're still getting a lot of lumber back. Growing tomatoes reminds me of Gears of War. Alright. We did creme brulee, we did the frittata. Tomato pizza, which we don't have tomatoes. Schnitzel. Speaking of schnitzel and Bravely Default. What is schnitzel? Fat and pork. No, it's fat beef. That's fat beef. We need more fat. I said that before. This time I mean it. You kind of get 2 per crush, which is okay. Sheep corral. No, we're missing... Oh, we need a lot more oak plank. Okay. Starting to think about that zip line. But I never had wood cutting. I think we did metalworking once in middle school for a shop class. We actually had a shop class. Do they still have shop class in some schools? I wonder. Because we had tech ed and we had home ec. Where everybody was amazed by my ability to make a bagel pizza. I'm like, really? It's just a bagel with some tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese. It's literally not that hard. And it's like so amazing. It's like, how low is your skill level, man? Like, you're not even a level 1 cook. You're like level 0. I guess that's like boiling water is hard. That shouldn't make fun. Everyone starts at 0. But still, it feels like some people are just struggling to get to 0 and stay there by choice. Okay, we only had 4 sheep, but now we're gonna have 5 sheep. Like, I swear the schnitzel and brie default too looks like a hot dog. Or maybe it's a yakisoba pan. Cheese fondue. It's just cheese. Can do. Alright, let's go get ourselves a sheep and then book it. Boop. Alright, there we go. But cheese is delicious. Of course cheese is delicious. I've never had cheese fondue, though. I get the concept. But I've never had cheese fondue. Interesting. There's definitely got to be something in this cloud. Actually, while we're here, because we need quartz more than we need fire glow seeds. Alright. Missing out on fondue? I guess. Oh, here we go. Alright, how much silk do we get? 5. Okay. Let's plant a second one. Perfect timing. I don't even need to water it. I will, however, sing to you. By the way, they never called me for a raid, as you can tell. Like, I was on standby, but, you know, I'm not as cool as you or the others, so maybe they just had 6 people already. it's still out? Oh, dude, that sucks. Oh, they didn't even do it. Okay, well, I don't feel bad. I didn't feel that bad, but I was like, come on, guys. I know I'm a new person, but everybody's a new person once. They weren't introduced it this season. It's not like everybody's a master pro at it. But yeah. If nobody did it, then I feel it. I'm surprised. So many people replied to that message and they didn't get a group together. That's surprising. Alright, we still need more quartz. We also need more coal, I think. Or slate. No, we got plenty of slate. Let's just stick with quartz. Thank you. Be seeing ya. Okay, yeah, maybe we should build a zipline real fast. Cheese fondue. I mean, when I think of cheese fondue, the first thing I think of is like queso dip, you know? And I love queso dip. Is that kind of the same thing? Alright, next on the list, until we get garlic and tomatoes. You know, just for Gwen's sake, we're gonna make another batch of bacon and eggs. I do like classic bacon and eggs. Like, man, starting your morning off with like bacon, eggs, and French toast, that is my favorite breakfast. You don't have to be any more complicated than that. Just bacon, eggs, and French toast. It is the best for me. Alright. Get ourselves a tuna. Because there's always time for tuna. Alright, let's build ourselves a zip line. Let's see what this zip line buzz is all about. At the very least, it would be easier to get the zip line to go up to the very, very top, or at least the very side. Oh, we need wool. Well, good thing we have plenty of wool. That's right, we got silk. It's crazy that silk is from the discarded cocoon of a silk moth. Like, how crazy is that? Like, who thought of that? Whoa, you are fast. We got 20 wool now. Why would you need wool for a zip line? Oh, so we just get a post? Where does it connect to? Oh, wow, you can set this up really tall. Where do I want to be? I guess we can adjust this at any time. Maybe over here. That way you can kind of hit everywhere. That way we can get to the top floor really fast. Oh sweet, you can adjust it anywhere. And damn it, we don't have room because it's on this side. Foiled again. I need to literally move every building over 1 inch. That'll have to do for now. Is there like a minimum height for this thing? It can't be on ground level or something? Or it takes up 2 spaces. Blarg. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the wind thing because I never use it. Actually, I use it for this so that way we can get back to this. Well, I just wasted a whole lot of time. Whatever, I was gonna realize everything anyway. Okay. Okay, I like how you zipline. I don't like how you zipline faster than the game can keep up. I'm gonna have to mess with this a little bit. Okay. Coffee or juice? I'll be honest, if somebody offered me coffee or juice, I would ask for tea. However, it depends on the coffee. And it depends on the juice, because if it's apple juice, hell no, I don't like apple juice. I don't prefer sweet juices. I like sweet teas, but I don't like sweet juices. I prefer more citrusy or tart juices. So something like orange, cranberry, cherry. Mango's borderline. Some are too sweet, but some are okay. Pineapple's too sweet. Apple's too sweet. Grape is fine. As long as it's not the super sweet type. And coffee, I don't prefer. I have to be in the mood for coffee. If coffee is presented to me, I will drink it. But I won't go out of my way for coffee. My coffee, I prefer sweet. I actually am a big fan of frappuccinos, which I understand is just a coffee milkshake, but I'm okay with that. Because it still tastes good, even though it's very sweet, ironically. Alright. Speaking of, what is this? English tea. Nice. Tea and dairy. Every single morning and every single night I have tea. It's just something my mother, who grew up under the British system, is it's a habit she got us on, and honestly, to this day I still live by. So I always begin my day and end my night with tea. If I don't, it feels off. Right? Cheese sticks is cheese and flour, makes sense. Fast forward, leave. You hear the music, I mean, you gotta tune up. Booyah. First try. But yeah, thanks man, I appreciate you, Justin. I know that we'll get this in the raid. That's why a lot of us on the Discord too were also talking about Monster Hunter. I was about to say Mouster. Monster Hunter Rise when it comes out in a few days. I'm thinking about forming a clan. We're not a sweaty group. So if you just want to hunt and you don't want to do it by yourself, it's fine. For me, it'll be something new because I've always hunted solo, so with the exception of raids and special monsters, I don't really feel like I'm missing out. Nice, finally got tomatoes. Oh, we already have coffee beans. We should be planting that. Because I still don't know what weapon I'm gonna roll with. Because part of Monster Hunter is, yes, you can win with any weapons, but some weapons just work better. Like, you don't want to have everybody on hammer and go for the head. You want to have, you know, somebody work on the head, somebody work on the back, somebody work on tripping them up. A ranged person's fine. Like, mixing it up is pretty important. But then again, maybe they changed that in Rise. Because that was the team comp in World, but they might have changed in Rise. Even though Rise looks a lot like World, and a lot of monsters are coming back. I like when some people who just jumped in, it's like the Breath of the Wild thing. So many people, Monster Hunter World was their first Monster Hunter, so they think all the Monster Hunters are like that, and that is not the case. And they're all like, oh, this monster didn't make it into Rise content. I'm like, dude, this game has 20 installments. Not every installment has every single monster. Come on, dude. What kind of tea? Green tea, Earl Grey, chamomile? Yes and no, and all of the above. My favorite types of tea are strong teas or spiced teas. So, chai is great, cinnamon tea is great, most fruit-based teas like apples or orange are all great. Earl Grey is fine, it's a nice strong tea. I do drink a lot of green tea. Regular black tea, white tea, or green tea is fine. I usually start my morning with the green tea. But yeah, I can have tea, bro, anytime. And I prefer my tea with just honey. No milk, just put 2 teaspoons of honey. I'm good. I used to put sugar in my tea, but ever since I discovered honey putting it in tea, it's just, I never went back. It's so good. Alright, well, I guess as we wait for a mulberry to grow, I guess we can... Oh, get some milk. I guess we can make those clear glass sheets. Crystal glass sheets. I almost read the wrong sheets again. Crystal glass sheets. And we got plenty of silicone for that. Perfect. Ah, man, it's already... man, we're already almost closing in on time, man. 3 hours passes by so fast in this game. Again, it's a good reprieve from just stressing out about what to do, what I have to make, what I have to watch, what I have to create, what I have to write, what I have to record. My voice is feeling better too, so that works out. I still haven't done this month's recap yet. I have the footage done. I haven't written anything for the script. But if things pan out, I should hopefully have the last bit of the guide done either today or tomorrow. wish there was a faster way of doing this. But hey, blacksmithing's blacksmithing, am I right? Times like this, I wish I was smart and I had a bunch of preloaded videos, because that's what YouTube's always like, you should make some preloaded videos. Short ones, that way anytime you feel you need to take a vacation or a break, you can automatically have stuff ready. I'm like, that sounds cool, but dude, man, I don't have that kind of ability. Because in the time it takes me to make a short video, I might as well publish it. Like even short, quick games like Castlevania's or some action games still take time. Alright, did we encounter anything interesting on this side of the world? Did we find Hummingbird yet? If we clear this fog and there's no hummingbird, we're just going to go to the lighthouse and try to pick up our new passenger friend. I think there's nothing here. At the very least, Hummingbird's not here. You got your Pro Controller ready? Dude, I'm telling you. If you had Joy-Con issues before, you don't want to jump into Rise. It's going to destroy your Joy-Cons. Get a Pro Controller. I always told people who bought Switches, buy a Pro Controller. And not the cheap third-party ones from like Power A. Like a real Pro Controller. I know it seems like a lot up front, but it will last you. It is so worth it. You are not going to be replacing it in 3 to 6 months because of how jank it is. They always say the cheapest tool is the most expensive tool. And that is absolutely the case when it comes to controllers, especially since, and the lawsuit's still going on. It's not just Nintendo, but Sony, or PlayStation and Xbox too. Just this main type of hardware unit that they use for all the sticks all come from the same company, and it has the same defect. That's why last generation, you notice with Joy-Cons, PS4, and Xbox One controllers, you're like, how come all these controllers are stick drifting? Because they all get all their parts from the same design, from the same company, and they all have the same defect. So it's not just a one company versus another thing, like it was with the PlayStation 4 rubber sticks. The actual, like, the mechanical switch for the sticks itself, that particular part, the specific part, is one manufacturer. And they supply all the world's controllers, and they are responsible for all the world's controllers stick drift. My windmill's going. Where's the gap I'm supposed to center? What's going on with my windmill? can't do the middle or the bottom anymore. What is up with this? I don't understand. What happened to the windmill? There's supposed to be a gap in the middle that I move up and down. What is going on? That's so weird. Oh, maybe it's because there's nothing in here. That explains it. Yeah, that's what the problem was. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. So I guess we'll just go to the lighthouse, which is here. Make ourselves some silk. Oof, this thing is slippery. I bet you're here to complain that nobody's fed you. It's okay. Did we ever figure out what his favorite meal is? Alright. Pump food, pump food. Here's some french fries. You're out of focus there. There you go. I need some fried chicken. I just gave you fried chicken. Or maybe I didn't give you fried chicken. I thought I gave him fried chicken. Okay, I guess I didn't give it to him. My bad. Sorry, guys. Hey, he's in a happy mood now. Alright, let's go get ourselves a new friend. Yeah, Power A. I still have a Power A Switch controller that they gave to me for free from a convention. I never opened it. I still have it. I'm like, if my Joy-Cons and my Pro Controller ever break, then I'll resort to using it. But Jesus, I don't want to be forced to use this garbage controller, because I know it's garbage. We only ever sold it if we needed to just absolutely, it's like, alright, you want a second controller, you don't care about the second player having a garbage controller, great, get Power A. But just understand that what you're getting is garbage. Nice. Alright, so Silk is giving us 5 anyway, so it's good that we planted 2. like this type of minigame. It is fast, it is simple. That was terrible. As I'm botching it up. Alright. Where's the best place to get a PS4 or Xbox One? Justin, if you're still out there, are any sales going on right now? This may be a bit biased, but I do recommend, if you find a good place, either a local game store or GameStop are great places if you know a good location for getting refurbished if you want to save yourself some money. Because if you know those type of people, because first of all, GameStop has a good return policy, and second, if it's a good location, they are doing their due diligence to properly refurbish it. And, is this guy a dragon? Oh, hey, Buck.
Hello.
He's already an animal, though. Oh, cool. So this is like the fourth place we've gone to where the light is out. He's a basilisk, if you say so. That is certainly an interesting interpretation for one. Ooh, recipe. Tomato pizza, which we already knew about, but we couldn't do just yet. We can now because we have tomatoes and garlic. But we were gonna figure that out anyway. Sweet. New friend. I actually feel we need lettuce. Or not lettuce, but cabbage. I mean, to be fair, I've seen so many interpretations of a basilisk, some looking more lizardly, some looking more serpentine. This is the first one I've seen that looks kind of like a bird. Or very, yeah. Over here.
Hello.
Wait, the Lich Gore Nemloth? Make a fear check. I wondered if this dude was talking a pretentious gaming language, which I'm okay with because I'm fluent in that pretentious game language. This man's a DM. I appreciate it. I feel kindred spirit automatically. Only your powers can shield the world from this unholy plot.
Hello.
The bulwark of the stars will make the sky home once more. But before we delve further into the treacherous plans of the Lich God, some preparations are in order. I always prefer the term storyteller, but narrator works. I don't want to use the word narrate. Oh, Edinburgh. I think we've been there.
Hello.
How to erect a special mage tower. Let us go onwards to the fields of adventure. Okay. Alright, so Edinburgh is probably this away. There you go. Edgeboro, not Edinburgh. Alright, and you're kind of equidistant. We'll just go here. Excuse me. Like I said, there might have been some allergies here. Oh. She'll always be cooking something. Oh, we can make garlic bread. That's right. And we can make pizza. Alright, so wheat flour and garlic. It's garlic bread. I do like good garlic bread. I can't fast travel? I thought this man fast traveled at night for me. Nope, I guess not. Come to think of it, now that we have silk, yeah, we can actually get the, we can pass the fog door now. Alright, so we'll go to Edgeboro, where we're going to. Actually, I think we can do the last silk thing, can't we? Because we have silk. Yeah, here we go. Kablamo. Oh, it's everybody's house so far. Nice. Alright, pizza is wheat flour and tomato. Give a corn dog, give noodle soup, and give I don't even know how to say that. Bouillabaisse? I don't know. Corn dog, noodle soup, and then bouillon. Alright, well, Tool will talk in the morning. Unless he's up right now. He is asleep. Oh, we can do this. So we have the food. We're gonna go here. We have we're happy. Let Astrid live her best life. 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. What? Well, whatever it is, I did 5 of. And And we still haven't found the woodworker's partner in Oxbury. And then we haven't found Hummingbird. That is an Italian pizza. Let me tell you what. Alright, I also think after calamari rings, that's right, because we have I think all the ingredients now. What is calamari rings? Yeah, there we go. Tuna. That's the tuna that we need. Tuna and a savory veggie. Ooh. I guess we'll fish. Because I think we have everything we need. Maybe we'll find a treasure map. Let me see something real fast. How many people are we up so far on? Oh, really? There's only 2 more people. Wow, we're getting close. I mean, one of those persons on our bed, we're going to do the wizard tower. There's only 1 more person after this. We are getting close to the end of this game, I feel. But yeah, it still looks like there's so much of the world to explore. For the Xbox, should you get the S or the X? Definitely the X, 100%. And thank you, Umbra, for the salute. Because the S is just a regular Xbox, just slimmer. But the Xbox One X is the performance model. It's the one I recommend. Especially since some days they make them the same price. Why would we know? What would a guy like him like? He seems like... just on the way he likes to talk. I'm thinking he's the type of person who likes, gamer fuel. Because if he's a tabletop gamer, he might like pub food or fast food. Do we even have pub food? Oh wait, popcorn. He probably like popcorn. He probably like snacks actually. Yeah. Probably like snacks. Oh, he likes comfort food. Okay, I was close. But yeah, I was thinking he would like snacks. But okay, he likes comfort food. Okay, interesting, interesting. What's your hug animation? He just kind of leans right into it. Oh, he harvests mushrooms. We actually need that. Mushrooms are so rare. I'm actually really glad that we have an NPC who does that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, we're almost done with all the recipes. Look at that. Alright, what was after egg sunny side up? Oh, that's the one that requires maple syrup. We don't have maple syrup. Sweet tea. Oh, this was just a grilled steak. feel like we're making progress. Oh, I didn't realize Edgeboro had olive seeds. Where do I grow olives? Oh, don't tell me it's in an orchard. Shit. We need to get an olive tree. Can I break down one of my existing trees? No. Alright, we just build another orchard then. I don't want to kill a tree, that's not right. I have a zip line and I still can't get it right. Let's go, get in here, got some business to discuss. Well, look at that surround sound system. Extra wide. Ha! Look at that, he has a PlayStation 4 Pro. That's hilarious. And it's funny because I'm playing this on an Xbox through Game Pass. That could just be a game station though, you know how it is. Let's go share, you know, break some bread together. Talk about family. Alright, wheat flour and garlic. Wait, did we already make that thing? Maybe not. No. Wait, yeah. I think we did. Yeah, we did. We made it. Alright. Alright, after garlic bread. Toffee! Toffee, by the way, from my non-existent wiki page, is my absolute favorite candy. Dairy and sweetener. Nice. I love English toffee. Alright, sauerkraut. Next is beef fondue, which is beef and fat. Pretty soon we'll have cooked all the things. Everybody wants to talk to me. Gray Mist Peaks. We think you're doing an okay job. Hey, that's a not mean thing to say. Let's go take a look at some rocks and trees and shit. Let's call it camping. This is more about you. Oh, are you done talking about stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. This is an end flag right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. We're gonna send off Astrid. Wow. Alright, but real fast, Astrid, I guess we began the stream sending off 2 people, and now we're ending the stream sending off a person. Astrid is an interesting character.
Ooh.
I never felt her character writing, like her tastes were all over the place. Place looks rough. My name's Randy, my stock can't be beat. Okay, Randy, let's see what you got. Whoa, hello. Yes. Oh, we can get a second cow. Yes. Oh wait, actually we can get multiple cows. I'll just go. Can we actually do this? Okay. You know, Randy, you're okay. You're sketch as hell, but you're okay. I think we've been just whatever we can be. Treasure chest. Speaking of sugar cane, we just got some for free. Whatever. Zip lines are fun when they work. That was a lot faster. Wow, he sold an obol. That's interesting and also kind of concerning. I'm like, all right, whose soul did you reap for this?
Ah.
Oh, hey, a tool. Alright, we need to give him... I know we need a corn dog, right? Give him a corn dog. Where's the corn dog? I know he wants this. Oh, that's right, in the... No, he wants something else. Wait, hold on. Noodle soup, corn dog. I think we should have the potluck before Astrid leaves. Where's the corn dog? And noodle soup. Where are you, noodle soup? Where is Hummingbird? Okay, we're not sending off Astrid just yet. We're gonna have one last potluck with her. Next recipe is onion rings, my personal favorite snack food. Excellent choice, game. Onion and flour. I don't think we have onions though. Yeah, we don't have onions. That makes a little roll. Alright, no worries. Alright. Now that it's part of a quest, maybe Hummingbird's up here. Oh. Oh, there's Grey Mist. Where the heck is Hummingbird? Like, have we been there and we forgot about it completely? With me, that's very possible. Alright. Pine. We don't have pine. So why do I get the feeling that all this is in the new area? Alright, let's go, and let's go ahead and break through the fog door. It's time. You're already hungry? Damn. Alright, well, you like snack food. No, you like comfort food. Pork chops. Nice. Alright. Wow. So we need to get an orchard because we need olives. Actually, do we need olives? Let's just grow it anyway. Oak and Nebula. Lone Shrek. I'm not sure to say, but I'm so hard. Okay. Thank you very much for the donation, though. I appreciate you. High five. And hey, look, in case you were unsure if I would read your message, I read your message. There you go. Thank you, by the way. I really do appreciate you. Literally already fed you. Once again. So we need a bunch of oak, I know that. Alright, settle in, really put a lot of work. Sends off was anyone make you cry? Oh well. Now that you said that, I have to make fun of it extra hard. Just kidding. Astrid was an interesting companion. She started off so very bossy, and yet ended up just being more emotional than anything. I wish I could thank you so much for that. Man, let's see right here yet. Speaking of Snoopy. I feel like it's going to be a very Persona month next month because for the poll this month, Persona 2.2 did in fact win by one vote. So we're gonna get Persona 2 Part 1, followed up by Persona 2 Part 2. Which I suppose, I guess, is okay. Because it sure would be annoying to do Part 1 and then not do Part 2 for who knows how long. Am I right? And all the people can be like, when are you gonna do Shin Megami? Like, I'll do it May 24th. Bonus track, I'll give you $60 to see your browser. Nah, don't up that. I'm not so cheap. I'm always grateful, but not so cheap. I don't want you judging me based on all the anime sex games I have installed. Wow, I went overboard on that oak. I only need 32. I thought I said 64. Alright, Nebula Thread. We can do that. I'm just putting this here for now because I'm going to rearrange everything. Oh, actually, we can. Alright, olives. Oh, you want to see my browser history? Oh, I see. Nah, I already sell all my information through Capital One browser and other whatever Google collection agencies. I appreciate you trying to buy that information. I'll have to check back with you to see what private information is actually worth there. I'm always curious, how much do people on like the dark web actually buy for people's accounts and passwords? Like, how much does this go for? Not asking for myself, just wondering. Oh, you need 2 more cow tickets to get another one. I don't need that much. That's fine. I mean, if you're curious about my browser history, you can always just, first give me $100 and I can answer your question. I'm curious, what exactly are you trying to buy from my browser history? Because if you tell me what you're after, we can It makes the conversation a lot more effective. He gives me snacks. Interesting. All right. Ready to go. Okay. Let's upgrade our boat and then call it a day. You want to make a video about my browser history? Oh, weird. Interesting. I can certainly tell you that if you look at my last week's browsing history, I'll give you this one free on the house. My last browsing history for the last week is all Bravely Default 2 questions. Because I'm furiously trying to figure out what other information people have already figured out about the game in terms of the classes, because I'm having to farm all that data myself. And I'm trying to find anything of any charts or any information people have online, and nobody's posting accurate information. Like, even just for about the stat proficiencies, people aren't posting very much on. Got a cow on your boat. That's neat. Do you know why cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes. Alright. Oh, I still need 3 more crystal glass sheets. We could totally make 3 more. Not a big deal. We will get the fog light, and then we'll call it a day. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday afternoon so far. Some of you might already be enjoying dinner. Oh, Gideon, almost forgot. Since you're looking to buy a console, here's some advice for you. Buy from a reputable place, because I cannot tell you all the times people A have tried selling their systems and there is something jank with it, and they swear to high heaven there's nothing wring with it, but they're testing, like, no, there's totally stuff wrong with it. People online will try to fool you and lie to you constantly about what's wrong with their accessories or their system. If you make the decision to buy from someone online, make sure it has the power cord, make sure it has the HDMI cable, make sure it has, of course, the controller. The controller looks good, there's no stick drift. The disk drive works, you know, it powers on, there's no software corruption. All sorts of stuff that we had to test before we took a system in. And I love when all the time there's like problems and they're like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. No, it was working great, I was playing it this morning. Be that as it may, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. This is why I'm not going to take it. Or this is why it's worth like this much because it's defective. Or they're like, oh, it never came with an HDMI cable or power cable. It always came with an HDMI cable or power cable. We sell these systems all day. Yes, we know they come with. Don't even lie. Was that the third one or the fourth one? That was alright. So don't go to Craigslist. That's the sketch place, especially if it's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just selling it because my cousin had it. I don't want it anymore. It's just $50. No, it's probably trash. Buy it from a reputable spot, either a place that sells used games, like a mom and pop shop that you know has been around for a while. They're not trying to rip you off one, and always check the return policy. Of course, if you're buying brand new, you're buying brand new. So there's always that. For a console that you plan on putting a lot of wear and tear into, I personally recommend that, but you know, you do you. Alright, I got a fog door upgrade. Alright. Thank you so much, everyone, for jumping in and taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I appreciate it. I'm still enjoying this game. We are so close to getting the final area, so close to getting the final companion, and I'm going to organize my boat. So this will be a lot more organized to the way I like it next time coming to see. So please look forward to the next video. Still working on Bravely Default 2 stuff. I have the review done, I just haven't cut it, and I am 75% done through the job list. So I appreciate your patience, anyone who's just taking their time with the game. And I appreciate anybody who's waiting for the next recap. That'll still be Persona 2 Part 1, followed up by Part 2. So, as always, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Lone Track. Thank you so much, Module Cell, for your very kind donations. Appreciate you. And yeah, I will see you on the next battlefield. Thanks for watching.